While usually what I'll do is a 15 minutes with Firechicken or a kicking with Firechicken. But you know what? We got this big event coming up, and I think I'm going to be doing a lot more live pop-ups here just to keep you guys informed about what's going on. So this is the 5-year anniversary coming up July 26th, and I mean, I'm absolutely pumped about this whole thing. I can't believe that we've been doing this for 5 years. We hit 900,000 subscribers on YouTube today, so I want to say thank you to everybody that's hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you so much, and I really hope you guys are enjoying all the hard work that the Scrapyard puts into these videos and puts into these fights that we do every single month. So what's in store for the 5-year anniversary? Actually, a lot. We've got a lot of returning fighters signing up for it. Um, we've got some big names coming out to the Scrapyard to help out, participate. YouTubers, UFC fighters. I don't want to get too much into it, guys. Like I can't be like telling who all's coming out. At least not the celebrities. I can tell you that Death Sentence is fighting at the Scrapyard on July 26th, and he is fighting the YouTuber Zach Cray. So if you let me, I kind of want, the reason I wanted to make this video or go live is because I wanted to kind of discuss a little bit about the pay-per-view thing that I asked a question on our YouTube channel today, and I got actually some really negative responses out of it. And I think that I should clarify kind of what the pay-per-view is and clarify the question that I was asking. So my question was, if we did our pay-per-views and they were $5 instead of $25, would you be more likely to get it? And some people jumped in and said, well, I'm not paying for anything, yada, yada, yada. And I think they thought that meant that I was going to start charging for all my fights, which isn't the case. So look, nothing will change. I will still put out the fully edited fights. What's up, Sir Yeetus? I'll put out the fully edited fights every day, and nothing's going to change. So I'm working with a pay-per-view company right now, but for this anniversary event, I'm thinking about streaming it on our YouTube instead. I'm not going to stream it publicly because I want to be able to put the fights out and have the general public see the fight for the first time when I put it out publicly. I don't want the live being public so that people feel like they don't have to watch the edited videos. I'm looking at like 40 to 50 fights on this event. So the pay-per-view, okay, what do you get out of it? Is it worth the $5? I'm just going to say this. If you want to see what the pay-per-view format is like, go look up one of my recent videos that says 6+ hours, and you'll see we now have, and I'll show it to you. I don't know if you guys are up to date on this, but we have a commentary booth now, right here. So we do have commentators. We sit inside here, and we will have a special guest commentator, Chiseled Adonis. He will be out here for the anniversary event. I do have a UFC fighter that's coming out that he's a top 10 ranked welterweight, and he will be doing some refereeing and helping out at the Scrapyard. Zach Cray, the YouTuber, he's fighting Death Sentence. Wing C is coming from the East Coast. He's fighting the Chef. Solo will be fighting. I will be fighting. I'm going to be fighting Krogman. Now, if you don't know who Krogman is, I'll explain it, and maybe after I explain it, you'll know who he is. So if you're on YouTube or on Instagram a lot, and this guy's rolled by your feed, and it's like day number 20 of fighting my followers till I get knocked the F out, that guy, that's who I'm fighting. So if you want to see that fight live on pay-per-view, well, that's a reason to get the pay-per-view. Now, I'll be honest, like, I'm not making it so that these fights aren't going to be public, but the editing process of taking 50 fights it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a long time, and I'm only one person that edits, so I mean it's gonna take a while. I'm just saying that. Yes, so the pay-per-view would be for the members only. So it's really also what you get too is when I edit a video for the membership section, and it goes to the membership section before it goes public because I time release my videos. I don't release them as soon as I edit them. I would be shocked if Usman shows up. Sir Yedis, yeah, that would be pretty crazy. Okay, sorry, I'm just reading this. Somebody's trying to get attention. Anyway, so being a member, you get a chance to see videos before they're released to the public, the fully edited stuff. You get exclusive content. I mean, it's worth it. This will be the view pretty much for the live. So you see that square up top right here? There's a camera that sits on top there that goes down into the ring. And what we do is we flip it back and forth with a switch panel between that and this. So we have our commentators in here commentating on the fight, but when the fight's going on, we switch it to that. Is a pyramid scam for monthly? It's not a pyramid scam. I don't see how that would be. I like your style. You will just fight an unknown troll. Cage looks nice. Thank you, Sir Yedis. Can't wait for July 26th. Same here. You guys stay safe for July 4th, too. Don't be blowing your fingers off. Serious. Like, I don't want anybody to get hurt. So let's talk about some of the stuff that's going to be going down on this anniversary event. Okay. We're going to debut some new HKA gloves. So all the fighters that are boxing, kickboxing, doing Muay Thai, they're going to be wearing these brand new HKA USA gloves. We're going to be giving away some flags, some merch, some older style gloves. We do, like I said, UFC fighter Joaquin Buckley. He's coming out. He's going to be refereeing. Death Sentence is fighting Zach Cray. Chiseled Adonis is going to do a big glove boxing match against Death Sentence. Firechicken versus Krogman. Flex versus Obi. Golden Hands versus Tedon. Wing C versus The Chef. Red Fox versus Beethoven. That's female kickboxing. Lights Out versus Mr. Gilchrist. Grandmaster Swan versus Canakin. Ginger Ninja versus D. Ellis. Dad versus QP. Peruvian Panther versus The Punisher. Santavo versus Captain America. Turkish Assassin versus Shinigami No Limit versus Nate Dogg. Chongo versus Comedian, rematch. Horizon Alien versus Freakzilla. Berserker versus Bust Nutting. Masubi versus Brickhouse. Killer Tricks versus Little Mac. The Amazing Austin Barnes versus Baylor BBC for a title fight. Dexus versus Neon Dawn. Karate Gandalf versus Turco. Gaio versus Black Panther. And these are just the ones that we've put together so far. And like I said, we're probably going to have 50 fights. We've also got... finally released the hidden UFC fighter. Yeah, I did. I couldn't keep it. I couldn't keep it quiet. That's a reason to get the pay-per-view too. He might come into the booth and interview. And there's other, I'm getting to it too. I'm getting to it. Soul, Sanj, Ready Rob, Spidey, John Eds, Blue, Toad, The Horn, Short Temper, Magic K, Destroyer, Solo, Canadian Idiot. Those are fighters also that have signed up that I haven't made matchups for. Those are returning fighters that I haven't made matchups for that I will make matchups for. There are so many other brand new fighters that signed up. I don't think you guys realize like 50, that's 100 fighters that sign up that want to be on this card. We're going to try to accommodate as many as we can. We have 5 Seahawks coming out. The 5 Seahawks, I don't have all their names in front of me. I'm just going to say that. Chiseled Adonis will be in the commentary booth doing commentary. We have a female former UFC Bellator champion that is supposed to be in the house. Joaquin, I don't know what Joaquin will do. He's not going to be, there's no way he's going to be able to fight. I'm just letting you know that. You have to realize that he's a big name in the UFC, and he can't just come out here and do that kind of stuff. Like, he can't fight. That'd be like a NFL player going and playing football in a field, in the middle of town. Like, that's a big risk to the organization that is paying him. So, let's see. It might be a 2-part event, meaning, you would essentially, get the pay-per-view early, but then when the second one starts up, you would get that one because it's a membership. So it's like, and it's only $5. And so you would just get the second part when I turn it on. Like, you wouldn't have to pay like a separate fee. Scarface, yes, Scarface is still around. Scarface runs Streetbeefs in Virginia. They are the founding branch of Streetbeefs. We are the Pacific Northwest one that started in 2020. We have a new song. I can't premiere it yet because of copyright reasons and stuff. It's still going through all the processing of becoming available on like iTunes and all that. So, he would probably hurt someone. Yeah, I mean, Yiddish, you're right. Or what if he rolled his ankle, and he had to pull out of a fight that he has lined up, a couple months from now? Like, there's just risk involved. I don't know. I wouldn't ask him to do anything he wasn't comfortable with. So that's the breakdown of the anniversary event. That's the breakdown of the pay-per-view and the membership section. I just want you guys to realize, like, how much goes into putting these fights together. It's a huge part of my life. It's a big chunk of my life. It's time consuming. I'm the editor, the promoter, the organizer, and yes, we have a great team of people that help out. I'm not downplaying that at all, but the editing portion of it and the organization portion of it and the social media portion of it, like, it takes all my time. I don't think it's unreasonable to ask for, $5 for a membership when I had to fork over a couple $1,000s in. This commentary booth cost me like $1,500. The laptop was another $2,000, and then the stuff that goes along with it to do the pay-per-view. Like, I'm not making my money back on $5, you guys, and there's not. But it's dumb to just like put my product out to the public for free for everybody to see. So, it's essentially, the membership is the same as a Patreon. It's the same as a Patreon. It's just that I don't want to go through another platform on trying to do this. I've had my membership section around for a while. I have some members, and they get exclusive content. They get early access to content. Oh, yeah? Thank you. It's my favorite group. I actually went and saw them for my birthday last January. So never saw Bone Thugs before, but it was a great time. I kind of miss doing this with you guys. Like, to be honest, I used to get on YouTube all the time and really connect with my audience and talk. And I think it just got to the point where it's like, if I don't make some elaborate video and have like streaming software and that, like, I feel like the production part of it got in the way of me just connecting with you guys. If you like this and you want me to do this more often and just kind of have a chat session with you, like, I can do that. I enjoy doing it. I feel like it's easier for me to explain to you, the audience, how things operate out here. We don't do shows in Tennessee. We do shows in Washington State. It's not legal in any other states other than really just a couple. Fortunately for Washington State, it is legal here. And, everybody travels here. And that's the crazy thing is we've got people traveling from everywhere you can think of to fight in Street Beefs and Street Beef Scrapyard. Last month alone, we had somebody from Colombia, Australia, Mexico, um, some different states, Oregon, all sorts of different places, people traveling. Sometimes I don't even know. Yeah, I'm on live. Sometimes I don't even realize like where they traveled from until I'm standing in the ring and they say, "Oh, I'm fighting out of, this place or that place." It's like, "Wow, that's crazy. You flew in from Tennessee?" Like, "Yeah, I got in last night." It's like, "Wow, I did not know that." I do tell my matchmakers out here because normally it's like you show up on fight day, you get matched up and you fight. So I tell my matchmakers, "Hey, if you see somebody that has on their waiver traveling from this state, then please match them up early first so that they get a match for sure because I don't want anybody to come out here that spent money flying. I don't want them to not get a match. And we want to treat everybody the best that we can and have a great experience out here." Hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's honestly like the what I appreciate a lot is having people supporting us that way. Um, Not everybody. I make the membership section an option, but I don't make it so you can't watch the fights. Like I do put out all the fights for everybody. It takes time. It really does. Quite honestly, like 2 hours to edit a fight, I would say. I usually am able to edit one a day if I really want to work hard. I edit 2 fights a day, but then I also have all my social media posting that I have to do on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and even like shorts and stuff on YouTube. But then there's also live videos. There's also answering phone calls and messages from people that want to come out to the scrapyard to fight or different things that people want to be involved with the scrapyard. I'm constantly trying to find new opportunities for the fighters out here, for the fans. I'm always upgrading. I'm always trying to make things better, whether it's camera wise, commentary booth wise, special guests, um, documentary. I've mentioned that before. The documentary is coming out this year. Uh, I don't have a set date on the documentary yet because every time we think we have what we need for it, something else like this comes up where, like our anniversary event, like, no, we want to document that. And then so we're like, okay, we're going to document this. This is going to be the last one. Before it was Virginia. We all went out to Virginia. We all had we had an invasion where we went and invaded the original branch, had about 10 or 11 fighters fight, had a great time. But the documentary crew, they followed us out there and they got some good footage, but we thought that was it. But then we started looking at like this big anniversary event that's coming up and we're like, okay, well, we want to document that. And I'm saying it right now. I'm saying it right now. This is it. This is going to be the conclusion of the documentary. And trust me, you're going to get to see all the different everything that happens behind the scenes of the scrapyard that you wouldn't normally know about. Because you honestly, if you're watching online at home, you're only seeing like 10%, if that, of what actually goes on out here. You don't get to see the community aspect. You don't see how it helps people mentally and even physically and forms connections and friendships. And I mean, it really does a lot for people. And I really wanted to make sure that that's what gets seen when the documentary comes out. Definitely getting bigger when you see Mighty Mouse training death sentence. Yeah, that is true. We are getting more and more eyes on us as well in the form of like Mighty Mouse or any of these big time, organizations or fighters. I believe that Street Beefs and Street Beef Scrapyard is becoming more legitimate. I believe that it's a place that people can come out to get a smoker show in and get some experience and get some extra exposure. And it really is. Street Beefs is the biggest backyard fight organization in the world. Like they don't get any. They don't places don't get views like they do through Streetbeefs, especially with the OG branch. Let's see, Karate Combat, BKFC, and Streetbeefs, critical combat sport industry. Keep it up. I mean, that's an honor to be, you know, mentioned alongside BKFC and Karate Combat. Those are professional organizations. Have all the respect in the world for those organizations. I've personally been to BKFC cornering a fighter. That was Derek the Buck Gates. Shout out to Derek. Never been to Karate Combat. I mean, hey, Gangly or whatever the hell your name is, sign up. I'll match you up with somebody. Glove up or shut up. No need to talk smack in the comments section. He won't come out. Definitely not going to come out. They never do. The ones with the biggest mouths want to just do it from behind the screen. Or they'll make some kind of, oh, sorry, I can't come out. I'm in a different country. Or, oh, hey, pay for my travel expenses and they'll come out. Or, like, they have some kind of, I got them BTCS. I'm in Michigan. I think you got them CTEs is what you got. I'm in Michigan. What are the fight requirements? Over 18. Over 18. You have to make it here yourself. Being respectful, like that's one. We don't want a bunch of assholes involved with our organization that come out here and stir up a bunch of shit in our group and get people fighting, and that's not what we're all about. I won't let people fight out here that are like that. This is a peaceful environment. When people come in and make it not a peaceful environment because they want some attention, that becomes a problem. And I don't cater to that bullshit. I spent 5 years building this whole thing, and if people can't follow the basic rules, I'm not gonna accommodate them. There's plenty of people that are coming out here monthly that want to fight, that follow the rules, that are respectful, and every once in a while, some people, 18 and up. Every once in a while, we get people that just can't follow the rules, find themselves kicked out of the scrapyard. It's just like anything in life, you know. If you can't in society and follow the rules, you're not gonna really be like a part of society. And also the age restriction of under 62. I'm about to be 8. You're not even 18 yet, and you're talking all that smack. What kind of badass do you think you are? Man, like, seriously, you talk like that, then you do show up and I give you the toughest person we have, and you get absolutely demolished in front of, the entire 900,000 subscribers of YouTube. Whatever. I don't care. I'll talk. Sign up in our Facebook group. Today, that's why I got DJ and GSP and my 2 goats. Let's talk goats really quick. Let's talk. What do you want to talk? Top 5, or you want to talk Mount Rushmore? 4? I mean, I got my 4. I honestly think, even with the controversy, I got to put John Jones on there. I'm gonna go with Anderson Silva. I know that he might be a little bit older fighter than some of you might know, but he's a goat. George St. Pierre, definitely one of the goats. Definitely belongs on the Mount Rushmore of MMA. My final one is Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. I don't even need to explain that. He should be on everybody's Mount Rushmore. Like, you can argue. I don't think there's much argument for GSP. People can argue John Jones. People can argue Anderson Silva, I guess, based on like the later part of his career. But I feel like, at least for me, DJ, GSP, like 100% belong on the Mount Rushmore. I mean, you can't, if you look solely at what John Jones accomplished, who he beat, how he was the champion of the 205 division for so long, he went into heavyweight, won there, like, his only legitimate loss is a disqualification because he did a 12-6 elbow. So, I mean, you can't really say the dude lost a fight because of a disqualification like that. I get a lot of people don't like him because of, what goes on outside the ring and some other things, but looking at his resume, it's kind of hard to argue with. Fedor. Let's talk Fedor. Fedor is the greatest fighter that never fought in the UFC. I think when he was in his prime, he probably could have gone to the UFC and probably cleaned house. But it didn't happen. He fought in Pride, Strikeforce, all those other organizations. But if you never fought in the biggest organization, the UFC, how can you be considered one of the greatest? Because we all know that the UFC is considered like top tier as far as like talent goes. I'm not saying that there aren't top tier talent fighters in other organizations, but you're going to find more competitive top tier fighters in the UFC, if that makes sense. So I'd say that it should be a requirement that if you're going to consider somebody for one of the greatest of all time, that they had fought in the UFC. Where do you rank Rampage in his prime? Rampage. God, that Ricardo Arona powerbomb that he did in Pride fighting was crazy. He came over to the UFC. He won the title, held the title for a while. I would say he was a good champion. I wouldn't put him I don't know if I would put him in the top 10 light heavyweights of all time. I don't know if I would do that. I don't think I would, but he was definitely a great fighter. I'm sure. I mean, Jones was a big moneymaker, I'm sure, for the UFC, and he sold a lot of pay-per-views, and there was a lot of controversy and stuff around him. So I know that I'm sure, but you also can't deny the people that he beat and the reign that he had. So I guess I should ask, let me see. I don't even know if I can make a poll in here or not. Let me see here. I'm going to write a Okay. Is that not what I wanted? I thought I was doing I did a question. That's not what I want to do. I want to do a poll. Start a poll, not a Q&A. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm writing a poll for you guys. We'll see. This is opinion based. I understand that there's people out there that don't want to put any amount of money towards something like this. But in my opinion, if something's entertaining to you, and especially being at such a low price like $5, then I don't see what the issue is. Like, I get it though, but look, guys, I'm not trying to like gatekeep the fights at all. Everyone's going to get a chance to watch every single fight that is filmed out here at the Scrapyard for free. It just takes time to fully edit those fights. What the pay-per-view allows you to do is come on here, get to see the pay-per-view, the behind the scenes, and watch all the fights live from a different angle that you won't get to see them from, you know, when we do the when we actually do the editing. So it is something unique. It's something special, and there's going to be a lot of really neat stuff going on for the anniversary event. I was running it through a pay-per-view company. They were wanting, you know, charging the people $25 each. And I mean, I understand, like, but the price difference between 5 and 25, because let's be honest, like, if you go out and you buy yourself a energy drink, you know, that's going to be like $2.50, 2 energy drinks, you know, or the Scrapyard pay-per-view that's going to last probably like 8 hours. That should be a no-brainer. We're in Washington State. Already paying for days in just for BKFC. Yeah. I don't know if you can do it through Cash App. Let's see. I'd be more likely to randomly donate $5 on a stream than to pay $5 to watch a stream. That I appreciate that, but the problem is also putting the footage out publicly before the fights get edited, which I don't want to do. I don't want to put the fights out publicly prior to them getting edited, because the editing is what makes the Scrapyard look so good. Okay, so if I go ahead and just be like, oh, okay, everybody can watch all these fights free when they happen, then people aren't going to tune in when I do the fully edited stuff. But those fully edited fights are what really separate us from, you know, a lot of places out there. So I guess what I'm saying is I can't really do the live unless it's non-public. And people have brought up, like, you know, would the pay-per-view separated fight styles like BJJ, Muay Thai? So the pay-per-view would just be everything. Like, one fight, say there's 45 fights in that day. You get to see all of them on the pay-per-view with commentary, and there would be boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, MMA. I don't know if we'll do any Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on the anniversary event, but you get to see all that stuff for only $5. How do we get the pay-per-view? So how I'm going to do it is it'll be through the membership section of our YouTube channel. So what you do is you just go to Streetbeefs Scrapyard, and there's a button that says join, and it'll say there's like a price breakdown. It'll be the top one, the $4.99 one. That'll be the pay-per-view. But let me be clear, if you get that, you also get to watch me when I edit a fight, and it's available for the members to see before the public gets to see them. So any of these fights that I edit, you guys get a chance to check out first before anybody else. You could use Taekwondo and kickboxing or MMA. I mean, yeah, we just do them randomly. Like, you never know what you're going to get. It could be like, oh, we got a boxing match coming up. Oh, hey, look, we got kickboxing. Oh, we got MMA. Oh, we got Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Just never know. It's because a lot of matchmaking is done on the fight day. Yeah, I would be happy to have you out here. Anyway, appreciate you guys. If we decide to go through with it, you know, for the pay-per-view, like the members thing, I hope to see you guys all there. It's going to be a great event. There's going to be a lot of great fights. Regardless whether you get the pay-per-view or not, you're still going to see some really great fights when I get around to editing them. So, Um, yeah, that's about all I got for you guys tonight. I'll get back to you soon with some more information on the upcoming anniversary event. Have a safe, happy 4th of July. Um, if you're in America, you get most likely the day off. Stay safe. Don't blow your fingers off, nothing like that. Where do I go? There's no admission to the scrapyard, but you have to be a fighter or a +1 to come in. All right, guys. Peace out, everybody.